Bankruptcy. It sounds like a frightening concept. It is one that many do not understand. But in these economic times, it might be the right decision for you, believe it or not. Here with some advice is attorney Georgette Miller. Georgette, nice to see you, dear.
Good to see you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, glad to have you. Now, many people think when filing for bankruptcy, it ruins credit for a long, long time. So, with that being said, when is the right time to file, if there is a right time?
Well, look, when I think of bankruptcy, I think of a company like GM. GM found themselves in a really hard position in 2008 where they were in over their heads. And they were faced with the decision of, listen, I need to save this company or shed this debt. I need to save the auto industry. I need to save myself as a company. And to do that, I have to shed this debt. There are many people that are sitting in their homes right now that are faced with the question, do I save my home? Do I save the enterprise that is my life or shed this debt? That's the choice, because I can't do both.
That's a big choice, yeah.
I can't do both.
Right.
Bankruptcy was the option that GM used in 2008, and today we hear they're the #1 car company in the world.
We hear the vice president say GM is alive.
GM is alive. Guess what? That family that's sitting in their home right now that are faced with the same choice has the exact same right. Bankruptcy is merely, they call it a fresh financial start under the law. Listen, if your child got sick and you're faced with $100 or $100,000 hospital bill, you're faced with paying your mortgage or paying this $100,000 hospital bill, that's no choice. Bankruptcy is an option. Now, credit card companies and, unsecured creditors have made bankruptcy a really bad thing. But it's a right, not a gift. You have the right to walk into bankruptcy court and say, listen, I'm in over my head. I need to save my family. And the bankruptcy court would basically ask you 2 questions.
Which are?
Have you filed bankruptcy in the last 8 years? Is any of this debt, as a part of some kind of fraud of some kind? And for the most part, if you can answer those 2 questions, I haven't filed bankruptcy in the last 8 years, this is not fraud, you have a good attorney, you're walking out of that bankruptcy court debt-free. Debt-free, think about that.
I know.
Think about that. Debt-free, having the ability to save that enterprise that is your family.
Debt consolidation or debt settlements, that's about the same thing, right, versus bankruptcy?
I like to say this. Bankruptcy is merely, look, debt consolidation is where you wrap all the debt together and someone says to you, okay, you're going to pay $300 a month for the next 3 years and pay off your creditors or settle your debts. Why pay when you have the legal right to pay nothing? Think about this.
People don't know that. Okay.
Why pay when you have the legal right to pay nothing? If you're going to take that $300 a month and pay it on a debt, that's basically a bad debt at this point because you have the right to pay nothing. Can't you take that $300 a month and put it in a 529 for your child's education? Isn't that a better way to spend that money?
Wow. So true. Where can people find you real quick? Where can people find you? Because this could be a half-hour show. Where can people find you?
We have offices in New York, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. My 1-866-96-GM-LAW.
Georgette, thank you so much. For more on bankruptcy and Georgette Miller Law, go to CBSPhilly.com and click on Talk Philly.